Okay, if you've just joined us, you are watching the 2009 Nissan UCI Man by World Cup, brought to you by EasyJet from here in Bresse. Right? They're a new sponsor, didn't you know? They're so good, man. I love that company. They look after us like they're just amazing. Thanks to EasyJet for getting me here so comfortably without any trouble and bending over backwards to do what they could for me at the airport. I love Gatwick Airport, I love EasyJet, I love the orange, I love the staff.
Haven't you got a gold membership with them now?
Gold membership, yeah, I get to fly. Well, they haven't even got a business class, no. So, yeah, anyway, I had more fun driving it with some music on.
How long did it take you in the end?
Door to door, about 10, 11 hours.
Did it?
Yeah. No, 22 hours. We lied on the clip, didn't we?
Really?
But yeah, no, it took about 11 hours. It wasn't too bad.
I don't know about you, but I could do some deodorant. I'm sorry. It's true.
Rachel Atherton kicking up a stink here in the commentary booth.
But I quite like it.
Oh, it's like being in a bloody sauna in here, isn't it?
We're going to be glowing later.
Christ, man. Dehydrated. Could have crawled out there.
I think the Peroni helps.
So we're, there's a fast dude on track here.
Scouse Canal Flicks.
Yep. No, that's okay. Go. But this is a quick benchmark of...
Rob, WR250F or CRF 250X.
Yeah, it does, but really, to be honest, why would you want an enduro bike? It'd be better to buy a YZF or a CRF and then back convert it because
they've got a little...
You got wide ratio gearbox, they retard the motors.
Yeah, but has an enduro bike got a little centrifugal clutch so you can't stall it and get stuck in a block?
You can put one on it, yeah. I don't think they come with them, but no, personally I would go Yamaha YZF, but they're not very fast anymore. The CRF is the fastest 250F of 09, I think. But be a man, get yourself a 450. You can break every bone in your body like me then.
Every other week.
Well, just get over bikes like me. It's easy.
Talk about enduro for a bit.
Yeah.
Much more exciting.
Well, there is 80 of these fellas to come down the mountain.
David Knight are getting a bit slow this year, by some
He's not really slow. I wouldn't ever call Knight. I think he's at a slight disadvantage on the BMW. 500.
He wants to be doing around the world today.
Oh, getting loose.
Oh, Scotty Mears there, getting a bit sideways.
Yeah, Knighty definitely not on form. He hurt himself one the other day and with a banged head. But I think BMW have got a little bit of development work to do with him. I'd imagine he's earning a huge amount of money though for riding one.
Still a legend though.
Yeah, it'd be a bit like riding a common selling mountain biking.
You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth.
You're at a disadvantage, but you'll take the money.
Well, let's talk about Scotty Mears.
Yeah, go for it. This is the old boy who's always walking around a pitch with his shirt off.
This is
Mr.
the boy
Bruce Lee, ripped.
where I've seen videos of him oiled up with his pants on, thank God. Like bodybuilder, like
seen with his
competitions.
pants off?
No, I haven't. I'm sure there's plenty who have.
He had a bit of a thing about H. Gaskell, didn't he?
Did it?
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah, he was
No way.
Yeah, he'd been working it all last season.
Oh.
I heard through the grapevine. I don't know if he got anywhere.
Scotty Mears.
I don't think he ever sealed the deal, but he was trying.
I bet he did not. Gaskell's got high standards.
Yeah, look. Dan Atherton. Going back a while. Anyway, moving on.
So yeah, little bodybuilder body he's got on him.
Yep.
Lovely.
Nice lad, isn't he?
Nickname Knobhead.
Is he? Yeah. Well, that's good. And he's from up north, isn't he? Somewhere in the UK?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Look at him. There's that double-double we were talking about.
So
Someone is sure to get sent out the front door over that, eh, Rach? Yeah, but, you know, Canals Flicks there. Is it Flicks Canals or Canals Flicks?
Canals Flicks.
Rob, got another question for both of you actually about Leat braces. I know you're not one for product placement unless there's something in it.
Well, apparently one is being sent my way.
So, yeah, what are your guys' opinions on Leat braces?
Great. If it stops you breaking your neck, I can't see how it can be a bad thing, can you?
Harry Heath on course.
Thanks for your enlightenment on the Leat brace, Rach.
Well,
It's obviously not a fan. What do you think of them, Rach? Would you wear one?
well, I'm pretty superstitious.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Harry.
Well, it's funny, you don't have to talk about it, but it's funny enough that she should say that because the whole time I raced downhill, Like, until the last couple of years, I wore only knee and shin pads, which for flat pedals are a bit of a must. Or you know, you're carved up. But I would never, ever wore a back protector or anything, man. And it was like wicked.
But the thing is, where do you draw the line? You know, you wear a Liat brace for downer when you're flat out racing. You go down the dirt jumps and you're like, it's like sending it, and you're not going to wear one then.
No.
And surely the time when you don't wear one is when you're going to learn yourself. So
well, but you are minimising the risk,
aren't you? Bike or you don't, I think.
Yeah,
like,
although any time you are wearing it, you're minimising the risk. But like you say, it's funny though, Rach, you know, to me, sometimes body armour can be an admittance of defeat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the year for Worlds,
it's like
we always used to just take every pad off, and I always used to wear my knee and shins, but Jason McCroy, I remember seeing him in a skin suit, nothing else, dude, just like tiny socks protecting his legs. Yeah, and I was like, Jason, what are you doing? He's like, last race of the year, I don't care if I go down, I'm not going to go down. And he used to run like that. In fact, he ran like that a lot of his career, actually. I don't actually remember him wearing pads often, except in Cap Dye. The first one I went to Cap Dye before. This is weird for you, but there was no such thing as full face helmets when I started.
No way, really? Just some leather.
I used to wear a Met open face XC. Yeah, or Uvex helmet, and
Harry Heath there going into third.
Good on him. Good on him.
World Cup.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Good on him. And and Jason and his teammate back then was called Insane Wayne Crowsell. Do you remember him or not? Yeah.
No.
He looked a bit like, who's that fella that goes all around America arresting people?
The Hulk.
The Hulk. He looked, well, not him, but he looked like Hulk Hogan, yeah. What's that other, I can't remember anyway. But anyway, yeah, and they made them wear these full face helmets. They were Simpson road race helmets, you know, for car driving. And they had them all sprayed up nice, and I remember JMC at the bottom. Well, he actually passed out because they were so tight to his mouth, he couldn't get enough oxygen in. Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously full face helmets became more and more then. But we used to charge down Cap Dye back then with no helmet, really, no pads, nothing. Any more questions?
Free ride, that is, Rob.
Free ride.
We've had about 10 instant answers to your question about that guy. It's apparently Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Dog the Bounty Hunter,
Dog
that's
the
it.
Bounty Hunter. Well done, everyone. I love that shit. He's amazing, isn't he? Just does what he can for law and order. He's a great bloke. Quite fancy his missus.
Right, moving on. Rach, have you got any inside information on tyre choices today?
Oh. Not really, no.
No one can hear it. It's too late for everyone else.
Well, I don't know. I actually have not got a clue. I don't know what my brother's doing. I don't know what anyone else is doing.
But we think most of
I do
the
know that
spikes are off.
I think, I would say that most people have got high rollers on or super, super cut spikes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Petey was fastest qualifier. Everyone at home's listening. The legend. You got to say, how does he do
I've said
it?
it.
My God.
Like, I'll hold my hands up.
But he was third fastest qualifier
And
with cut spikes.
now he's got 2 kids, and so now it's even more amazing.
Do you know what? I don't know what's happened, right? But because he said he's really basically had no preparation for this year. I mean, and I actually heard before we even went to South Africa that he hadn't had a lot of time on his bike.
Sam Dale. Ooh.
Sam Dale, his missus done all right, eh?
No, but Stoke.
So he
Sambo.
So yeah, he had I think he's been lifted a little bit, you know, by this. I personally haven't had any kids that I know of, but you know, apparently it's quite an uplifting sort of a thing, and PE really riding on the crest of a wave at the moment.
Changes your perspectives and stuff. It's because I always find that I always do best at a race when there's other way more important stuff happening outside of the race, like World Champs, like the night before World Champs, me and Dee were sorting out. We were just like transferring the money over for buying our house, and it was all like hectic, and we were like trying to
You bought a house together? That's
yeah,
a
all 3
bit
of
weird.
Dude, we kill it.
Oh, okay.
So and when the focus is taken off from racing, like he's just like turns up, Steve's turn up, bang, done, win, go home to his kids, and his family.
And he feels somehow, I'm sure, very like emotionally full. You know what I mean? Like he's going to make you happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, talking of, how's your divorce going? Well, our producer's going through at the moment.
It's kind of like your career, Rob. It sort of started off really well, had a couple of highlights, and then it just went on way too long.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah, you've got me there, mate. Well, good comeback. Good comeback. Bastard.
Come on,
Swiftly.
the old flats versus flips argument.
Well, Sam Dale shredding on flats right here. Flat pedal thunder. Of the Bergtech Nation.
You had a good exchange with Hannah about this.
Well, Hannah, yeah, because I know for a fact he was running he's running SPDs here, but he did try flats because.
Yeah, and so did Minart.
Yeah.
First day of practice.
Yeah, they freaked out. It was wet though. It was wet, but.
I don't see everyone goes mad for it when a bit of rain or flats.
Well, they know the bike's going to be slipping around. They've got to get their feet down. But
rider will stick to the same pedals.
Well, that's exactly what Mick said, and he said, I know from experience, the moment I put flats on, it's the first step in the wrong direction for me, you know.
Well, it's like you said, you know.
Be strong.
It's like admitting defeat almost.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think, honestly, on this track, I couldn't see it being a disadvantage or an advantage. It's not like Schladming, I'd say flat pedals. You know, there's a lot of loose kind of faster. You can get your foot out, but here you're not really going to want to get your feet out, are you? Too much.
I don't think, like you said about Schladming, I don't agree with that at all because.
Yeah, but you don't ride flats, Rach.
Yeah, but I used to.
Did you?
Yeah,
sure, I've seen you. All right.
Like if you ride what you ride, and like if you ride clips, you can hang your foot out and get it back in.
Yeah, that's true.
On you go, like it's just.
Yeah, I don't know much about clips, except that one time I did use them in Fort William, I got second at the MPS. Yeah, just to prove a point, because everyone was giving me shit. I couldn't keep my feet on, and it didn't make much difference to me actually.
A lot of people used to race in clips and all year, and then in the winter just smash flats on, and it is more fun, and it's like.
And it's probably better for your technique, huh? It does look, of course.
And then you put clips back on, and
you just tear it up. Yeah, I mean it's different. Yeah, I mean obviously South Africa last week. There was no way you were going to win that on flat pedals because there's so much pedaling. If there's pedaling, then clips are a massive advantage. Other than that, I'm not sure it makes so much difference. For me, the big reason I never used clips was because I didn't like the position of my foot on the pedal.
That is it. It's such a hard.
More than anything, it wasn't about getting in and out of them.
Knees up as well, dude.
Yeah.
From a young age.
Yeah.
In BMX, they're banned under.
They should ban them full stop, really, in BMX. If everyone was running them, it'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you've just joined us. You're watching the 2009 Nissan UCI Mountain Bike World Cup Round 2 from Bresse.
Adam Wagner just slipped into the lead there.
Good on him, good on him. We're about an hour outside Switzerland in the east of the country in the Vosges Mountains, the kind of the foothills to the Alps. I'm Rod Warmer. Joining me is Rachel Atherton.
It is warm in here as
well. Current World Cup and World Champion. Out with injury, so she's decided to join us in the box this afternoon. And let me tell you something here. Let me read you the top 10. We're on to the men's final here this afternoon. The top 10. Andrew, qualifying from yesterday's semi-final run. Andrew Neethling was 10th with a 2:15.86. Yeah, he was pretty good. Pascal, the legend.
It's rad, isn't it?
Been racing World Cup since 1996. Yeah, I mean, I remember that guy. He was so gnarly. Bernard Gardia Pascal, 8th with a 2:15.32. These times are tight. Minard, uncharacteristically down in 7th, but you know, Minard, he seems to be a. Huh?
Yeah, we've had a little birdie saying games here, but.
Games? No.
I don't think they can afford, in this day and age, to play games in qualifying because the points are so.
Yeah.
You need points, you know.
Points make prizes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? How's he going to gauge that when it's like the guy in front of him's 0.2 of a second up and the guy behind him is like 1.7 of a 0.17 of a second back? Like you say, Ray, he might have eased off a little bit, but 6th, Brendan Fairclough. Now this man loves these steep technical tracks.
Good result.
Yeah, he needs a result too, doesn't he, Rach? In all fairness, you know, he hasn't really delivered on the Specialised or the last year on the Iron Horse Monster team. He's there and thereabouts, but in the finals, I mean, we nearly good chance he'd have won Schladming last year, but we need to see young Brandon really deliver this afternoon. Blenkinsop from New Zealand, last round winner of 08 on another track, quite similar to this. That wasn't a very good start. Sam Hill in 4th with a snap chain in the semi-final.
Quite near the bottom, apparently, though. So
well, I was stood in the finish area and I looked at it and the chain was still hanging. Oh, what's up with this dude? He's been drinking. He's all over the show.
I think Sam Hill's going to do pretty good here.
You never know. I could actually see Samuel just destroying him. I mean, there's a little bit of peddling at the top, but we know he's fit from Africa. He's been training hard, and once he gets into the full line of this mountain, then he's going to be insane.
A never-ending bag of tricks and.
Third was Mick Hanna. Took a year out, disappeared from the face of the earth.
I think a year out is going to be the next big thing. I really do. I think it's the way to go.
Pete's on about it, but he'll be 40 when he comes back.
Well, I doubt it'll stop him, to be honest.
No, it won't, will it? So Hannah then in third. Rachel's brother, current world champion. G. Atherton was second fastest qualified. Watching him in practice, to me, he actually looked the fastest, I must admit.
He did.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. But funnily enough, I spoke to him. He said he's been falling off.
£10 note.
Yeah, thanks, Rach. I'll pocket that. But yeah, no, he did. He did look fast. But he actually, funnily enough, he fell off in front of us. You'll see that on the Freecaster TV course walk that's online now after he nailed a line like no one else could. And then he come off, and he said he backed off a little bit in qualifying. So something, and the fastest qualifier, unbelievably or not unbelievably, I guess. But the man that is Steve Peat, 35 years old. The man is a machine. He was fastest qualifier, and weirdly enough, I watched him through a couple of sections as well yesterday, and there's just something about Petey. He just carries speed like no one else.
Yeah, exactly that.
He had Minar behind him, and it was really, really rough. There was no way around it.
He just sticks to the floor, doesn't he?
Somehow it didn't take his speed, and Minar bounced behind him like da da da, and he was he dropped just a tenth of a second, 20, just nothing. But you could see it, dude. Petey pulled on him, so. Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely amazing final, and please, please, please don't let it rain, because we want this to be a straight...
like how dry it is on the track.
But look at the clouds, Rach. Look at it. It's clouding up. Rain was forecast for yesterday, but no one actually in these mountains ever knows what's going to go on, and it's starting to get dark out.
There is still snow, like very top of the hills. There's still snow, so...
I really hope it don't rain this afternoon, because I just want it to be a straight fight,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Nice and fair and...
Or if it's going to rain, do it now.
Flat out.
But I think there's a good chance it could rain. It's incredibly muggy. We've had electrical storms and all sorts here, so... Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's definitely going to be wild. It's... You'll be lucky to find it.
Oh, really?
You're going to be lucky to find a dance floor.
I made my own. Brought it with me.
So send your questions in to
Esteban
myself, Rachel Atherton.
Esteban Duronzia there.
Yep, send your questions in to myself, Rachel Atherton. We've got a current world champion in the booth with us this afternoon. Make the most of it. You can ask her anything you want.
Heartbreaking it is, say it. Heartbreaking.
Rachel, I think a lot of the questions that are coming in aren't actually suitable for going on air.
Give us a couple of the dodgy ones. Rachel, handle it when you're right.
Probably it.
Rachel, are you single?
I think.
Let's get back
if I can remember.
That's all right. So you can hear it, yeah.
Would this course inspire you to come back?
Funnily enough, like I've been back in mountain biking doing this commentary for like the last season and this one. Last season I didn't really miss it when I was away from it for a year or two. Last season slabbed me. I thought, yeah, I'd like to have a go at this. But weirdly enough, when I walked down this one, I was absolutely gutted. I ain't racing still. It brought back all the feelings of riding a bike, you know? I was like, I really wanted to have a go.
like you said, like old school track and...
Yeah, it's a proper old track.
Good track, dude.
There's no gnarly 60-foot doubles I wouldn't like. It's just steep, it's technical, there's loads of ruts.
Balls out.
Yeah, and I really...
Get your bag out.
Do you know what, I reckon I could still qualify on a track like this.
Probably, dude.
Might be able to, might I? Look at these hackers.
But I was going to say that.
Just moving on from there, Rob, actually, we've had a lot of questions saying that there's a few people tuning in here to see friends and family racing, and they want to know why you're not commentating on all the riders. And I think I have to sort of point out that there's a hell of a lot of guys come down on a race weekend. It's impossible to know everything about everybody. You don't mean it as disrespect when you're talking over these guys.
Not at all.
No.
That's the point.
No, we certainly don't. I mean, there's 80 guys in the final. It's a huge... Can you imagine sitting here and commentating on 80 of them? We'd be burnt out by the last 20.
We're thinking of you guys as well. If we use all our quotes we've been thinking of all week now, then...
Yeah, that's right. We're going to save it for the end. No disrespect to these guys at all. Anyone who qualifies for a World Cup, you're amongst...
because how many people were here yesterday trying to qualify? Like 200 or something?
Yeah.
Like,
and they're not, they're not slow. And you're looking at the fastest 80 mountain bike riders on the planet here. Yeah. So, no, but it would just be a colossal task for us to commentate on these, and then actually to go bigger with the last 20 would be impossible. And personally, I like getting revved up for the really big guns of world mountain bike and the last 20 guys. So we apologise for that if it's offending you, but it's probably not bothering unless you got your lads riding or something. But send us an email. We'll give them a mention. This kid's, look at that high line he took there though. Well, the men really picking up the pace here already. Remy Charrier, local guy from France, only 1.4 back. He's pinning it. Look how rough the track is, right? Big braking bumps coming through everywhere.
Wow. Sorry, I just texted my mum.
How's your mum?
It's good.
Actually, Dad, Mr. Rafford, is he watching?
I don't know.
Well, if you're watching, so I got your email. I don't have time to reply to it yet. He emailed me last week. Yeah, we're tight. We're tight. He said, good luck having my daughter in the commentary booth all laughing.
There's a beer tent halfway up the course. That's a godsend, I think. They're loving it.
Top 5
It's like this track's, it's like winding through someone's backyard. Back garden, terrace, trees, flowers, beer.
Well, a 2:14.
Oh, this is a French guy, Remy Charrier.
Adam Wagner in the hot
seat. The noise then to rival Fort William.
There's a load of people. Look up the hill, right? Lean forwards, look up the hill. Someone with an
skirt.
American flag. Is there any? Yeah. Will, stop that.
Oh, good God. Well,
yeah, so.
I saw a massive Sam Hill sign earlier on. Oh, Team America, Cody Warren.
Team USA. Carl Straight's riding against us.
Yeah, Straight qualified 50th.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, awesome.
Comeback king, isn't he?
Yeah. I got Hannah down as the comeback king. But Carl Straight, what's he do, man? Is he like a free rider or is he a downer? He just do a bit of both?
Well, I don't... Why?
Looks to me like he
why
wants
do you need
to
to label these things? I mean,
He's a mountain biker.
Heart, I think.
Stroke burger eater.
Bro!
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's all beer. Not burgers.
Oh, is that right? Oh, excuse me. Big respect, sorry. Huge respect. But when he dropped that drop at Rampage in 04, I think.
Straight is some...
Jesus Christ, man. I've never seen anything like it.
And he's young. He's like the same age as me.
I have nothing but respect for the guy. He's absolutely unbelievable. So Cody Warren even.
Warren Cody. I know what we were going to do.
Go on, what are you going to do? Cody Warren taking the fastest split of the day so far. Going to wait for him to come in at sight. So then, you are watching Freecaster TV. Rachel Atherton, myself, Rob Warner, bringing you the action here live and exclusive from round 2 of the Nissan UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. From Bresse in France. 5 years since we've been in France. Can you remember when France was the heyday, Rachel? Was that before your career?
No, I can remember, dude. Just about when we were.
When Bouillot ruled.
Yeah. No, it was like
France ruled world mountain bike, and there was so many amazing.
The tracks were there, and
so many amazing.
Saying that, well, I suppose in the women now they're pretty much killing it. Seems to be
No, they've dropped off.
A little bit
compared to what they were.
The Aussies and the New Zealand dudes are back, aren't they? I think.
Dare I put the
He's from Czech.
Yep, that's what CZE stands for.
Czech Republic or Czech?
Czech now, isn't it? No, Czech Republic, isn't it? No, Czechoslovakia's gone. It's another country, isn't it? So you're the geologist, it's correct, isn't it?
Geologist is rocks, isn't it?
Yeah, but they know about
places. Direction.
Just a quick word to people who are getting technical issues connecting and stuff. We are watching it fine here in the booth on the internet. There's a lot of people out there watching it fine, so if you've got some issues, please upgrade your Flash player, reset your Safari. I don't know, just do what it takes, but it is working out there, so you may have localized issues.
The amount of money Freecaster spent this winter getting the technical issues sorted out, it should be right, shouldn't it, Will?
It should be.
Although this is Freecaster we're talking about. No, I'm only joking. No. They really invested a lot of time and money into getting everything sorted this year. It was a new technology last year. I hope that's not rain on that camera. It was a new technology last year, but UCI, Smereg, our parent company who run the production for us, and Freecaster, spent a lot of money. He's up.
Yeah, yes, man.
And you should be able to watch this no problem now, Will, correct? The bandwidth and the servers are all up and everything's good. So, yeah, you do need to install the latest Flash player, like Will said.
I did it myself.
Do you like the way I sound like I know about technical stuff? Yeah. Servers, broadband, bandwidth, I'm there. Stickman, come in, Earth.
Well, the clouds are really coming in now, so who knows? They actually are as well.
I think it's going to rain.
Holy mother! Imagine if it rains.
Everyone I spoke to said no rain today. Even Michael Fish said no rain today. Not that counts. Not that counts for a bit, eh?
Out the window now I can see a big crowd. Noisy, gee.
Yeah, it's going off here.
Oh, and also, on this track, there's 2 splits, which is quite unusual.
There's Gaskell with a medal. Oh my God. There's the crew.
There's Gaskell, Jess Stone, Katie Curd. I'm picking up the Brits a bit. It's because I get confused and think Freecaster only freecasts in England, but it's the world over, isn't it?
That's disgusting.
Should I do a bit in a different language?
Oh, damn! Oh. He is goddamn harder than the US economy! Look at him go down!
Run, my friend, run!
That was a massive accident.
No way. That's the first crash you've seen as well.
Yeah, I missed it. I think I just caught the tail end of it, but I think those compressions we were talking about took him out.
So nasty.
Oh, front flip! The world's first front flip to backbreaker.
Lucky he's got that helmet on, not like back in the day.
No, he'd have been in trouble though. Look at that helmet, he ain't even got a paint job on it.
I'm not surprised the amount of crashes he's put in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but only because the track's gnarly.
That was a big accident, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? It's fine though. It's amazing the crashes people have and they're fine.
Yeah, and then it's amazing the little ones I have and end up being folded up in hospital. Although at my age, I think I've got osteoporosis.
You're a hypochondriac, my friend.
No, I've got the breaks to prove it. But yeah, I am a little bit. I don't want swine flu. Anyone out there with swine flu? Stay away. And good luck. So, there's a massive dark cloud overhead here in the Bresse. Hopefully it's not going to drop on us. The thing is, this cloud could go and we could be back to brilliant sunshine in 5 minutes. I don't think that was rain on that camera, Will. Someone went up and spat on it. Do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure. Listen to the crowd. Oh my gosh.
4-1 back for Marcus Peckhole. The unfortunately named Marcus Peckhole.
Don't be so disrespectful.
Why? Send your questions to us. You can do it on the live blog on freecaster.tv. Also, we haven't actually cleared this webinar yet, but we're going to do something new every week now. Every World Cup, we want 20 questions. We're going to go and ask them. So,
ask who?
Anyone. First one's going to be Minara as his current World Cup champion. We'll do G. So, we want those to the email address, right? Will it be easier for you to manage?
Info@freecaster.tv.
Yeah, info@freecaster.tv. So send we don't need 20 questions from each of you.
Look at that. 1.2 down and he's so tight, this racing.
Yeah, it's great. This is how downhill should be. Short and intense. It's a proper track.
Yesterday in qualifying from like 20th to 80th was like 10 seconds.
It's Carl Straight.
Yes.
One of the best mountain bike riders on the planet.
And it shows as well, you can tell.
The winner of the 04, I think it was, Red Bull Rampage.
Yep.
With the most incredible thing I honestly to this day ever seen on a mountain bike. He dropped, what was that?
Apart from Bender on the drop.
I swear, yeah, it was the same drop, but he didn't land it. But that was 60 foot, wasn't it? That vertical down.
Was it the same drop that
Straight
did?
It was Bender's
no,
drop.
It was not.
Yeah, it was, 100%. Bender called it and then fell off on the way to it.
It wasn't the jaw drop. Can't have been. That one he no-handed.
Yeah, Bender did that, but he actually didn't make it to the landing. His bike did, but he landed on the backside of it. Josh Bender, the legendary Josh Bender.
And how old must have Straight been then when he did that? Like
I think he might have been just
13?
17 or something, yeah. Him and Kamsing did it, I think. And he crashed
Straight,
time.
foot off, roosted. Oh, yeah.
Did he run flat?
Yeah.
Straight, yeah, he dropped it first time. Crashed so hard. Did it again perfectly. And he's 1.32 up. So he is not just a free rider. Kyle Strait putting a run together here from the USA.
Numerous podiums at Junior World Champs.
Yeah, then he went free riding, now he's back in the downhill. When he sets his mind to it, this man seems to be able to do anything.
Team America again, there's some force, Team America.
Yeah,
Jill Kinder's on board.
World Police. Team America. He's still on a specialised, I think.
Look how fast it is. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that
There's
was
those
amazing.
double compressions. He's going to do it. Straight's gone fastest for sure.
11, 12.
He's going to sneak in there, 1.4
Kyle.
ahead for Kyle Strait from America.
Now it's getting exciting.
It really is getting good. And we've still got about 7
And next
blokes.
rider, Ivan Olego Moreno. And this dude is nuts.
I'm not going to sing that gay song they sing for him in Fort William. But yeah, this
He's
man
like-
can ride a bike.
It's wild. And he must be like...
Ever since our little discussion about Kyle on the mic a minute ago,
We're not going to see him though,
a
Rach.
lot of people have been saying that Kyle's been training really hard for the
Have they?
He's been really focused. A lot of messages coming in about that.
Well, I apologise. He did get a little bit lardy, didn't he? Huh? But he looks like
Yeah, but I
he's in
mean-
shape, dude, if he can do a run like that, that's for sure. Because like you said, Rach, this is intense. Apologising to all the Americans listening, especially those of you who like tweet burgers. Just defend the nation.
I like to eat burgers. And it shows.
I love burgers too, yeah. Is that a bit much? No, we're only taking the Michael. Kyle has my full respect. He's
Oh, yeah.
incredible, mate. Yeah.
Anyway, this is downhill. It's not... Like, it's dirty and it's hardcore and it's...
Loose.
Yeah, exactly.
You can eat what you want. You
Yeah.
can drink what you want.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you get top to bottom as fast as you can.
God.
Bit of weight, doesn't matter, does it?
Sometimes it goes in your favour.
Yeah,
You've still got to
sure.
be fit.
Yeah, but you can be
Straight, I
fit as a
wasn't
fiddle.
Straight, definitely fit to be doing a run like that.
Yeah, and he's absolutely strong as an ox as well.
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? Big, strong lad. And actually, Kyle Strait only 2 seconds off Steve Peate's fastest qualifying time yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So in first place at the moment, we got Kyle Strait with a 2:12.33. 1.4 back, Wagner. Third, Wallner on a 2.05. Cody Warren, fourth on 2.46 back with a 2:14.17.9. Pecco in fifth, sixth, Tetzlaff. Seventh, Danny Hart. Eighth, Canals Flicks. Ninth, Nathan Rankin.
Oh my god, it's raining! Ah!
And it's really raining.
It actually is raining,
People
forcing
are
it down.
running in all directions. It's pouring. Wow.
Havoc, chaos, you might say.
Carnage, look at it on top.
No way! Oh my god!
No. Well, at least, Rach, all I can say is at least it hasn't happened halfway through the men's
Well,
final.
that is
But them top boys, they're not going to get near a 2:12. It is Kyle Strait.
gonna win!
He's
Oh,
in
woo! America!
He's in
Oh
one
wow!
hell of a position. Kyle Strait beat the rain. People are running in all directions down here in the finish area. It's pouring.
Somebody put boiling water on ants.
I really can't see even a little bit of rain helping, can you? It's polished
Well,
up, it's rock hard.
It's
Where
either
you going, Will? Okay.
it's either none at all or a lot. Because if it rains a lot and it'll get like grippy and muddy, it's when it's in between and it's greasy that it's deadly.
Yeah, if it really, really poured, although there's not that much rock up there. Oh, different line there. I don't
Yeah,
think you meant to be taking that
It's a
one.
new one, isn't it?
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, I
It
know.
might just be a shower, though.
Well, it actually looks to be.
It's moving on,
Moving
isn't it?
on already, yeah.
It's quite windy out there, so...
But the thing is, this will be throwing a right spanner in the works up top. Everyone will
everyone
be.
will be freaking out.
Yeah, exactly.
What tyres we
There'll
going
be
to run?
tyres flying everywhere, people scrapping at spikes.
It needs to rain a lot to really soften the soil up, but right now the rocks, I'm sure, even with a bit of drizzle on them, are going to be really slippery.
Absolutely deadly. Now, he's been down, the rider that's just come down now.
He took a turn,
Bit of a
there,
hit.
well, maybe on the new slippery rocks.
And the wood they've put at the top as well, it's half of it's chicken wire to make it grippy and half of it
Is it?
isn't. So,
Is it? So the top 10 then from yesterday's qualifier, which
Right,
we
seven.
all will be wishing they hadn't qualified so
Martin
well now
Frey.
with the rain coming in here. Let me just read this out. 10th Neither, 9th Pascal, 8th was Pascal Gardia, 9th Minar, 6th was Brendan Fairclough, 5th rather, Samuel Blenkinsop, 4th Sam Hill, 3rd Mick Hanna, 2nd G Atherton, and fastest qualifier was Steve Peat yesterday, but the rain actually starting to look like it's setting in a little bit. You can see it there on the screen.
Yeah, straight. There's Billy from the Dirt Magazine.
And Straight actually looking in shape there, isn't he? Team America, good on him, dude.
And looking at the results screen, I can see Danny Hart up in 7th place, which is good for him. Now it's raining. Bad that we've missed all these dudes. Well,
it's pouring, Rach.
It is. Absolutely. And it actually is raining
like
really
on
hard.
Screen, then. Yeah, if it stops now. It's not going to be too bad, but who is this race, you know? Change action, boys, sorry.
Oh, it'll be Kvarik. Chris Kvarik.
Oh, he's down!
Oh no, Kvarik's down!
down!
Oh, that's the rain right there.
Yeah, it was the rain. The front just washed on in there.
It's going to be gnarly now.
The rain just washed on in there. Oh! A get off then for CK.
That is not good.
What a shame. What a shame.
At least he hasn't got swine flu.
Oh. Can we just borrow your headset for 5 minutes? We got
I do need a win.
2-senior Blake Junior world champion with us, Fabian Burrell. Just wandered in here. We're going to have a quick chat with him. Well, Fabian, first up, I've got to congratulate you on your single-mindedness of those some bloke nearly died behind you on the course walk. You didn't let it get to you.
Exactly.
You can see on Freecast TV.
Still on.
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Never laughs hard in my whole life. But Fabian, you've just come in and started raining. I mean, already it just took Kvarik down.
Yeah.
It's going to be lethal up there.
Well, it's pretty challenging. We can see those guys now that are really challenging themselves. Like Chris right now trying to get a time on that pretty bad weather. Like it's always hard. We are in the outdoor sport, and having a challenging situation when it's dry for some and wet for others is always pretty bad. So Chris is not very happy, I'm sure, about his run, but now the weather is like this. We know that the top riders definitely going to try to challenge themselves to beat the times that are already on course, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's difficult, Fabian, you know, we both know what it's like. You're at the top, it starts to sprinkle, and it freaks you out. What tyres do you run? I mean,
for sure, like you are in the top, and you try to obviously trying to set your bike as much as possible when you do the training, and then you arrive at the race, and all the conditions are changing.
Most of the guys are going to be heading up shortly if they're not
so
up there already.
Yeah, it will be definitely tough for them. Like, you know, changing the tire at the top, the pressure is on all the mechanics to try to get involved with the changing the tires and everything. So it's always big tough. So yeah, now they are on the rubber with mud tires, and it's all wet. So definitely going to be challenging for everyone.
And the ground, another
wow,
guy getting bumped
tails
there.
off.
Yeah, I think that's really slippery already. The ground,
whoa.
It's slick. It's got so baked hard, and this little bit of rain really just putting a sheen on the ground.
Yeah, we actually know that this can be the worst, you know, when sometimes you get just a little bit of rain, it makes the soil really greasy, and then it goes all over the rocks and the roots. Here we go. Here we go. So you see that it's going to be challenging for them all the way down like that. So it would be almost better if it rains really hard for everyone, you know?
Yeah, no, you're dead right. I mean, I think it looks, Fabian, to me like it might, it's still umbrella, it's hard to see from in here, but it looks like it might have stopped.
Yeah, it's still going to be challenging because we know that the sun is not going to be out. No. So the condition will be different for everyone, and I know that the top athletes are really good mentally on all that sections, but it'll be really challenging for them.
And I should think, Fabian, just like, look at this, still doubling, but the ground bakes hard, that grass on top going to be slippery. Just like for Rachel Atherton, Fabian, I mean, for you as well. You're out with a knee injury at the moment. You said you've been working 5 hours a day in the gym.
Yeah, definitely a lot of therapy.
The joint without surgery, but I'm sure you'd love to be racing there on home soil.
Well, for sure, you know, when you race in France, there's always a big challenge. You know, the crowd is big, and you see the riders, like you see Matty now on the start being amazing on all those conditions, and well, still rough. So for sure, it's challenging for me to be on the sides, but part of the game, we gotta accept the rules of it. You know, like the knee is pretty bad. We're gonna try to get a good therapy to get back on board, and hopefully be ready to ride again in Fort William.
Yep. Well, Matty Lycan on track. I'm not sure if we've cut to there. Second in the 07 World Cup. Broke his back, that winner. Broke both his wrists last year in Australia. Lycan, yesterday his chain came off in qualifying. This boy, he doesn't know calm. He is an animal. He's just pinned.
Yeah, for sure. He's really aggressive. Like he's always taking the chance. Here we go.
1.39 bar. Well, that proves it can still be done, and that's going to make for some great racing this afternoon.
Yeah, Ryder's going to be on the top, and I really sincerely believe that we're going to have a really big challenging game for everyone, and those guys are going to be amazing, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Lycan just proving it to us. They're riding for MS Evil Bikes. proving to us there that it can still be done. And I think if the rain holds off now, we're still going to have an awesome race here this afternoon.
For sure. When we're going to see the top riders coming down, like you can see Matty has been a second off of Kyle, and we know that G and Sam and Greg, Steve, everyone's gonna be on the top of the game even on those wet conditions. So it'll be really interesting to watch.
And Fabian, I mean, what are your goals for the rest of the season? And obviously at the moment you're rehabbing really hard, but are you hoping to come back for Worlds or something, or before that?
I wish I'd be able to go back for William and be back on the bike to do a couple good races. You know, season's gonna still be long, but on the other hand, if it's not good, probably need a surgery and the season will be over for me. So I will probably try to go for a compromise, but give it all, you know, and on the therapy to be able to be back. But we'll see. Challenging on the bike, challenging in the hospital, challenging ourselves everywhere. That's what athlete is about, isn't it? So.
Well, it's part of the sport, Fabian, like you so rightly said to me. And I mean, maybe you went down on one of the fastest parts. I actually saw on the course walk, someone said in South Africa, you were there for that South African National the week before, and someone said this is where Fabian crashed. On those two jumps, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it probably could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when you enjoy yourself at that speed, you're pretty happy when there is only the knee that is involved. So.
Yeah. Do you want to have a quick word with Rach? I'm just going to use her on.
There we go. Come on, Rach. Come on board.
Hang on, it's carnage in here.
Yeah, we can see those guys trying to rip it down now. Brian Atkinson just going back with a brand new team, riding with Jill Kittner, trying to be on the good lanes.
Confetti can uniform he's got on there.
Yeah, he's pretty cute. Look at him.
Well.
So you can see like on all those rubber stuff being challenging on all that with the mud tires and wet like that, probably really challenging. What do you think, Rach?
Well, I didn't understand you. Honestly, didn't.
Well, that's really good.
I think Rachel has been enjoying
the beer, the lecture. All right, that's what she likes.
Somebody here asking, how gutted are you? You train all winter and then you take yourself out for the rest of, for a long part of the season. How does that feel psychologically?
For sure, it's always really hard mentally, when you prepare yourself really hard to be ready for a season, and just a week before you get in a bad situation where you need to go to the hospital, etc. It's always challenging, but on the other hand, I'm very motivated, and that's part of the sport. I really accept it, and I for sure do my best to be back soon.
Yeah. Any ideas? Do you think you'll be in time for the Worlds?
Well, I definitely think I'll be on times on the world if the knee holds on. I will have a knee brace that's gonna be made specially for me to hold on my knee for the rest of the season and get a surgery in November. So I definitely wish I'd be able to do the second half of the season.
Okay, so no operation like Cedric. He left last night to go get operated on Monday, we believe.
Yeah, he made the same decision as me after the race, but it seems like it hasn't been too good for him as he twists his knee again. But yeah, on the other hand, I haven't been so as fast as him trying to go back. I took a bit of time and I'm trying to actually restabilize the knee, and hopefully be the right decision to do the rest of the season this way.
David, you've got a couple of guys as well on your team this afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, Damian Spaniolo should be racing normally this afternoon at actually 2:44, so he'll be pretty soon on track. And yeah, good motivation for him. He's in his country riding. He's pretty young. He's been doing a lot of experience through the World Cup with me since a year and a half now, and he has been proving that he was easy in the top 20 and sometimes top 15. Whoa, big mistake! He made it! He made it!
Well, this is turning up to incredible action.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a French guy. Fabien Pinamano is an unreal rider. Like, he's got amazing skills, and you can see that he doesn't always calculate his lane, like on the stuff like that. Be managing himself.
No. He tested the Morwood suspension then.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Josh on
Josh Bryceland, twice a Junior World Cup winner, Junior World Champion as we speak. The lanky, super skilled Josh Bryceland, the Manc from the north of England. Be looking for a result this afternoon.
Definitely showing off. We have been see all those UK riders actually being not too bad in a couple of years.
It's a little bit like North Wales.
And now, you can see that in those conditions, definitely going to feel like home.
And it's really raining out still, everyone at home. You might not be able to see it on your monitors, but the rain is pouring. It did ease off, but it's back. It's coming down hard.
Definitely getting off, and you can see him on the bike, like riding flat pedal as usually. We know him, and we know his skills. Can definitely attack well. And well, let's see what he does on the back, on the bottom of the track now.
Yeah, this is a nice. Oh, he's fast. Bryson on flat pedals, throwing it in there. He's going to start the through the flat pedal, guys.
Yeah,
now,
for sure. We can see, like, even through the rock gardens, look how smooth it is. Oh, it looks like it's got a bit of a problem.
Yeah, he looks like he's cruising. He's 5th of the
Yeah.
split.
He's not bad at the speed, but it seems like he can't turn his pedal, maybe bend his steering or something, but it doesn't look to be rocking as he should.
A lot of sharp rocks up there to knock mechs and stuff off, that's for sure. Team manager Rob Roscop, I know, will be watching at home.
Yeah, well,
Steve Peat, fastest qualifier this
exactly,
afternoon.
with all his teammate, he's got a bit of pressure, but look, no, he's still on, still riding.
I think it's just that lazy mank style.
Yeah,
of his,
exactly, but let's see, maybe the time won't be too bad, eh? He's definitely on the pace, look at that.
Double.
Yeah, no, he's on, he's
Super
on.
skill, Bryson,
Look at
he's
that,
gonna go
come on,
close.
Bryson.
I don't think he's going to do it, but it's
Let
going to
it
be tight.
go. Here it is.
9 back, 5th for Josh Bryson.
Not bad, definitely not bad.
I think, does it stop right now there, Will, or is it still coming to... It's still spitting, just enough to make this greasy.
Question in for Fabian. Who do you think will stand the best chance in the rain?
Well, to be honest, we know Sam's skills on the wet and he's doing super well, but we know that G is really good in this kind of steep track. So I wouldn't be surprised to have G on the front of the game today. But well, you know, time's going to be pretty close and definitely they're going to have to give it all.
You think they're going to beat Carl Strait this afternoon?
Well, to be honest, I think so. We can
Even
see
with
those
the
guys
rain?
being really close, and even if it rains, I wouldn't be surprised that they go under 210.
Let me just tell you the top 5, everyone at home. Carl Strait then in the hot seat from Team USA on a 2:12.33. Nick Beer, the Swiss rider, second, 2:13.56. Leikkonen, third with a 2:13.72. Adam Wagner, fourth from the Czech Republic on a 2:13.73, and fifth, Josh Bryson. On screen now, it's Baltic. Ben Reed from Northern Ireland, just outside of Belfast. Loves the technical kind of tracks. Making light work of it, Baltic. Missed the first round with a dislocated shoulder, destroyed his AC joint. Loves it technical. He's only 3.5 seconds back, so Ireland's Ben Reed not putting a bad run together here this afternoon.
There's Baltic rocking his own team this year. JustRead.com for all the Irish information you need.
That's the voice of Rachel Athen, current world champion. It's like a hospital in here. We've got 2 big injuries hanging out with us. The voices you're hearing are myself, Rob Warner, Fabian Barral out with a knee injury, and Rachel Athen out with a shoulder injury. Both world champions. I shouldn't really be in your company, you know. I feel a bit like...
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Another question for you, Fabian. Why are some of the guys not wearing gloves?
Well, to be honest, I don't really know. I mean, those guys probably gotta have sticky palms. It seems pretty challenging for me to ride without gloves, especially when it's wet. But I guess some riders like to have the feeling of the grip and like all that. But it's always challenging and pretty rough on the hand. So I guess everyone's style is different.
Yeah, Tom Deacon from the UK on track then. Yeah, will be if he makes it down in one piece. It's like a skating rink, I think. Now.
Well, right now you can see all those pieces of wood. Like, it's always good because they try to manage to carry more speed when we have flat parts like that. But when it gets wet, it's always challenging. Even if they put any kind of metal pieces to get the grip, it's still very slippery. So be definitely tough for those guys. Make sure they arrive straight on it and don't corner on it.
It's brightened up a little bit out there, Fabian. Perhaps the rain is finally stopping. If it stops now, I think, another 20 riders or so, it could be quite nice and dry. But
yeah, well, probably not dry, but we can expect like a quite good grip. Those guys actually got just a bit of rain. We can see now the soil and still a bit dusty, so it might not be too bad. And those guys been able to do some good times.
Let's hope so. We don't want this race this afternoon ruined by the rain. Even the rock's not looking too bad. I'm sure no one's going to be switching back to spikes just yet, eh, Fabian?
Yeah, I would bet so. I mean,
fastest for Tom Deacon at the split.
He did pretty good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's on it. He is on it. No, I think those guys probably even in the dry would have run with spikes cut. So for the rain now, they probably put on like a standard mud tire, and I wouldn't be surprised that they still eat the game pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, on the subject of tyres, a hell of a lot of questions from the techies out there wanting to know what PSI.
Well, like people are trying to get obviously as low as possible to be able to get as much grip, but on the other hand, lower you go and more deformation you have. So you can see he's on.
Sorry, but Tom Deacon.
Yeah.
1.43
He's
back
just a
in
second
fifth.
half.
Well happy with that. Sorry, Fabian.
No doubt.
Yeah, sorry, you're talking about the tyres
Yeah,
there.
so we're just saying, like, we got Mitch Delph, I think, back on the game
Mitch
now.
Delph.
Aussie riding on flat pedals, you know those riders, we know their style is pretty aggressive, always a lot of commitment. So what do you think, Rachel? Okay, Rachel is not doesn't sing.
You got to talk, baby.
People can see you, so need to give some words.
Well, Delft, man, 9th last year in Bromont, 9th last year in Schladming, so he's obviously excels on these technical timed tracks. The Australian rider.
Well, you can see his aggressivity, like on all the corners, like even if it's wet now, he's still pushing on, trying to carry speed.
It's still raining.
Yeah,
I wish it would stop raining. Please stop raining.
Wouldn't be fair for everyone, but we can see him. You see commitment, like riding on flats like that. It just keeps on going. We can see the braking, still a bit of dust in the hard braking, so I'm sure those guys can rip it for sure.
I think they can, Fabian. And right now, this rain's not coming down quite hard enough. And like you said, it's going to start to suit the flat pedal guys more, because when it is like this, you've got
it gets challenging for sure.
On a flat pedal, and you can get your foot down.
Well, you can go definitely closer of the limit, and those guys do not hesitate with the angle on the bike in the corners. And you have other riders in clips, like you have G, for example, that put his foot out everywhere and do not hesitate to go for it. So, I mean, commitment will definitely be important to reach the time today.
Right, do you think G will switch to flats, or is there no chance of that? All right, don't get the ump. I've already asked him. Just trying to make polite TV conversation.
It doesn't look like it's a right question. I don't know.
Christ almighty. God damn.
Aggressive. Woman's gotta watch out. He's down. Whoa! He's just
out for Mitchell-Daus from Australia. It can still be done here. The rain is slowing it down a touch, but it can still be done.
For sure, those guys can make it. Like, it's approved now. Like, the top right is definitely going to be on the front of the game, no doubt. Even if it keeps raining, Rob, I'm pretty sure they're going to make it.
Yeah, I think so, Fabian. It's nice to see the rain. Shouldn't really affect play here too much this afternoon. So the top 5 at the moment, Kyle Straight from the USA. The free rider, Stroke Dowder. This man seems to be able to turn his hand to whatever he wants to do, riding for Specialized Team America. World Police. But he's in first place with a 2:12.33. A really awesome ride there from that man. Well, Mitchell-Daus from Australia. Sorry, Fabian.
Yeah, just saying, like, you see how close are the times now, even on those athletes, and there is still many riders to come. You can imagine how close it's going to be for the win, and all the riders like Steve, Greg, G, Sam, all those guys going to have to push really hard.
Okay, I've got to say something now about Markus Klausmann. Markus Klausmann, the German rider here, riding for Ghost, 31 years old. This guy is the longest running World Cup rider there is. Been doing the entire World Cup circuit since 1993. I used to race him 93, and this man, Fabian, this will mean a lot more to Fabian than yourself. He won Nevergo in 1996.
This man's been in the game since many years.
You didn't ride it, Rachel. It was before your time. But I think it was gnarly then. I'm sure now it would be quite easy.
But back in the years, we've been there. Back in the years when he won was really technical and challenging. And Marcus is normally good on pedaling tracks more than he is on a technical track. So really impressive for him when he won back in the years.
That's
but
right.
as you say, this guy is a dinosaur racing. He's been here for years.
He's been married. He's had children. He's 12 times a German national champion, and he was second actually in that 96 World Cup overall and 8th in 98. But Klausmann, a German legend, so he's really pinning it. Sorry, has someone just gone fast this or not?
No, it's just like a French guy from here actually, Remy Tillon, just get in, and he did really well and on the front of his crowd. So it's good that he's been able to manage the pressure, And you see Marcus, look at him, still on there and still pushing hard. He's probably the fittest one.
Oh, he was loose through there. The front was pushing, but it didn't bother him. He didn't even unclip.
No, but you see, he's definitely going on it. And you can see, one of the French guys actually beat the speed record. He's at 60k an hour on the upper part. Thibaut Ruffin, 9th place, the number 35, got a 60k an hour. So on that flat section, it's actually pretty amazing that he managed to carry so much speed.
Yeah, no, he's a incredible guy. So the top 5 at the moment right now. Carl Straight first, Mitchell-Daus second, third, Nick.
Oh, here he goes, come!
Check, okay. Well, very sorry for that, everyone. We've just had a technical issue. I think there was a lightning strike.
Yeah, it seems like it's been pretty bad. Those guys still on the drive,
but the power went down, but we're still back. Where are we at the moment?
We are just getting
then.
to the top 20 right now. And Justin is just crossing the finish
top 20
line.
ago, so that's cool. We haven't
There you
missed
go.
too much.
Actually, Justin just beat Kyle's time after the rain, and it's just on the front
So
of the
Leo taking
2:12:20.
the hot seat with a 2:12:28. Carl Strait with a 2:12:33. Third is Doubs, 2:12:37. Gwyn, Aaron Gwyn in fifth with a 2:12:96. Nick Beer from Switzerland in sixth. Lycan in seventh. Wagner eighth. Deacon in ninth, and Marcus Klausmann in 10th. Fabian, I know you're keen to rush off and look after your riders, so thank you very, very much for coming into us.
Got to go back on the side of the track. Thank you to you guys, and I hope you're going to enjoy the show, and that the race is going to be amazing, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Thank God everything's come good for the last 20 riders. So three-time world champion Fabian Burrell handing over to current ladies world champion Rachel Atherton. You're watching Freecaster TV. I'm Rob Warner. Rachel Atherton is joining me. We're into the donna of this kebab here in France this afternoon. The top 20 men are on track. Thanks, Fabian. Rachel was getting a little bit confused about the start list until she realised she was looking at one from South Africa.
No, I was not.
You were.
I was just going the wrong way. I was starting at the start. I was like, where's Steve? He should have been down already. I was like, who's this now?
Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
We're looking at Dan Stanbridge.
We had a bit of a fright here this afternoon.
Thankfully, Stanley is not rocking a skin suit.
Well, caught up in a little bit of controversy. Poor old Stanley last year made forced, I think, prized into a latex skin suit by Chris Paula in Fort William.
Slipped it in,
He did. He had to cover himself in baby oil just to get in the damn thing. But Stanley's back in baggy gear, and he'll be keen. Where was he that year? Was he 6th in Fort William last year?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was right up there. The skin suit working.
Dan Atherton was 6th, but Stanley was.
He was somewhere close, wasn't he? So Athy then riding for Mojo suspension.
No, Stanley.
Stanley, I said.
You said Athy.
No, I didn't. I said Stanley.
You said Athy.
No, I didn't, right.
You just got him on the brain.
Right, just lay off the water, will you? For Christ's sake. So, top 5 at the moment. Leob in first, Carl Strait in second, Dows third, Camillini fourth, and Gwyn fifth. We are getting into the action here. It's the fastest men on the planet are letting loose. It's still raining out.
Ben Cathrow's this.
Is it Cathro? Yeah. What's he doing riding a pink bike?
Well, I doubt he can see it from up there, can he?
It's a no. Thank God they did ban skin suits, because this boy did look bad in one, didn't he? He's about 8 foot tall, the build of a baby giraffe. Cathro from Scotland is on track. Just to recap here, the fastest in the world are on track this afternoon. Fastest qualifier, the living legend that is the 35-year-old Steve Peat. Atherton was in second, Mick Hanna third, Sam Hill fourth fastest qualifier from yesterday's semi, Blenkinsop last year's last round winner in fifth, Brendan Fairclough. Teammates with Sam Hill sixth, Greg Menard first round winner in seventh, Pascal Bernard Gardia Pascal. Which way round do you say that geezer's name? Gardia Pascal in 8th. 9th, the legend is Michael Pascal, been around forever, and rounding out the top 10th, Andrew Neethling. So, Ben Cathro is on track. 18th fastest qualifier. Just keep talking.
But Josh Bryson's sitting in 11th right now.
What's this about? You've got a bit of work to do on him later.
Oh, on Josh?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a mank Oasis monobrow going on, eh? You're gonna have to chill that out, are you? Well, whatever goes on now, we don't need to know about live on your honour, Freecaster.
Mechanicking or something.
So there you go, Cathro on track. What's his time? 2:14, 2:15, 2:15.6 for Cathro.
So that's only what, 5 seconds off Steve's time to qualify?
Yeah. So even though it's still fast. Even though it's raining, it's still fast.
Dan Atherton on track, everybody. I know it's exciting, but try and control yourselves. Dan
Atherton is on track. We're going to Andorra next week, where you, Dan, and G all won last season. Won't be happening again this year. Rach sat in the commentary booth with us with a nasty shoulder injury and one bingo wing we might. You gotta get that. You gotta get that nerve engaged again. Get that thing toned up right, eh?
It never does, dude. It'll be horrible.
It will. It'll come back. But nerve injuries are pretty bad, so you need to take your time with it. get fit. We might see you in Worlds. So, brother Dan, what's going through his head right now?
Well, I think you can just see how much he's like hopping round. Oh, second down slope.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time we've seen it. I'm
It
not
is.
100%, but I think.
It is. You can be impartial. It is your brother.
And he did make the second down slope.
What's most important for Dan, Rach? Is it down or four cross? I mean, he excels at four cross. I know he rides his 20-inch a lot.
That's a good point, actually, because this event, last weekend, was a four cross only event in Belgium, in Hoofvliet. This weekend, there's no four cross, so Dan is concentrating, and all the other riders that race, you know, both, just on the downhill this weekend. So it'll be
quite nice, isn't
see
it?
what happens. Yeah.
Much nicer for the commentary team as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, I just got a text saying we're gone again. I hope not. Can you still hear us? We're good to go. Sadler, if you're listening, you're wrong. It's your crap computer. I know your missus works at Dell, but invest in a Mac.
They're not even bothered
Different
by the
line
rain.
there from Dan. I don't think he meant to do that, did he?
Oh, well, probably not, no, but...
You're on the inside, right?
Quite the passenger sometimes, is Dan. Quite the passenger. Dustin Leo on a 12,
Oh, it's going to be
9.
close, right? It's going to be close. It's going to be outside, but it's not a bad time.
Oh, Christ.
So Dan Athern,
Oh, God.
2.47 back from Leov. Probably going to be quite disappointed with that, Rach, eh?
Well...
He's quite hard on himself, Dan, isn't he?
Probably will be, yeah.
He's quite hard on himself, isn't he?
Well, you know, you've got to be if you want to be competitive. You've got to be hard.
Nothing truer said.
Nothing worse than not winning.
So Cyril Kurtz then, on track from France. Out, missed 07 with an knee injury, and we didn't really see a lot of him from last year, but he was third in the Junior World Champs. Way back, I think, in 03, right with C&K Racing, but
and then he did a year or so on the Honda, didn't he?
He did, the first time. He was teammates with Minara, right from the beginning on Honda, so... Kurtz looking good. Haven't seen a lot of him over the last 12 months.
That was a nice little manually pop there.
Yeah.
That section there is probably the most exciting bit. It looks absolutely rad.
Yeah, coming in as a big little double or a manual you
rock
can pop
double,
over
yeah,
that.
like, oh.
I'm glad to report, ladies and gentlemen, that the rain has, I think, finally stopped just in time. So the course will quickly dry out now for the top 10.
It might have even helped a little bit. Just made it that
grippier, it might do, you know. Just because it did start to break up. The rocks are going to be slippery, but there's not that many of them. The boys can't deal with them. 2.36 back for Kurtz. Probably not going to go the fastest place at the moment. Leov.
It's pretty...
Excuse me. Leov holding first place. Second is Carl Strait. Douse in third. Camellini. Another French dude in fourth. And Gwyn. First timer last year, debuted World Cup racing last year in fifth. So
Leo's a dark horse, dude. Like he finished 7th last year overall. That's amazing.
Yeah, Leo, he is. He's been around a while now. You forget just how long he's been.
Still young though. He's still young.
6th of the world's in. He's 24 years old. 6th of the world's in Italy in 08. World ranking of 5th.
25th place.
So Kurtz then.
The noise though when the French riders come down is insane.
There's so many people here, right? Have you had a look out the window and had a look? Just have a look. Go on, lean forward and have a look. Who's this on track? We have got.
So
it's Vasquez Lopez, the crazy Spaniard residing in Barcelona. He's been around forever. He nearly quit. I was teammates with him on Giant. Nearly quit a few years ago, you know. Yeah, he said to me, I'm going to give it one more go. And I think he got himself up back into the top 10 in the World Cup.
Some boy on his moto, isn't he? Jeez.
Oh, we ain't that good, man. I smoked that.
Handle it.
Dude.
Yeah,
no, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, yeah. I'm only joking. He's good.
But mind you, I'd be surprised now to find a dude that, like, top 20, top 30 that doesn't ride a moto.
They all love the moto, don't they? Rider for 30 years old now, a little bit of a veteran. He's been around for a long time. Rider for Team Lapierre.
Yeah, boy.
Can you believe that Vasquez has won 4 World Cups?
Has he?
Yeah. So he is major player. And a different line there. Now, did he? I'm not sure he meant to
take that.
I don't think he meant to take the goat track around the inside there. Only used by goats. But do you know what? It looked fast to me.
It looked right, didn't it?
We saw Sam Hill in practice taking a wide line there.
Radio up to G.
Yeah, quick, mate. Get outside, make a phone call.
Like
and a different line there for him. He's gone wide. He can cut that next right-hander.
Down into the bottom section of the track, which is probably the gnarliest bit, I reckon.
It's the steepest, isn't it, really? Yeah.
Rocky.
And off camber. Lopez, we're not sure. Vasquez, we're not sure if he meant to take those lines there or whether he just got bucked.
But then such is racing, isn't
That's
it?
right.
You
You can practice, but you know, The hard thing about downhill is you need to be accurate, you need to be fast, but where do you cross the line where you let it go and just go, you know?
Hang out, dude.
Yeah.
That's something.
He's going to be on it! Vasquez, those lines have worked for him, he's going to go close to taking it! 2 seconds back, I think, 1.67.
No way.
11 for Vasquez.
1.67, 11th place.
He looks a little disappointed. Looks like Michael Barrymore's just knocked on his door and said, I'm here for the pool party.
How long have you been waiting to bring that one out?
I had it planned. Riffle then, right?
Riffle, it's been a big surprise this weekend. Like, he must have trained his ass off this winter.
Well, he has, isn't he, Riffle? I mean, he said to me, I called him the tattooed millionaire. The man's got more ink than the Bible. He's covered head to toe.
Oh, he's churning them out here.
But he's 22 years old, riding from the UCI, riding for Giant Nerd, which is America's answer to bicycle, to chain reaction, he told me. He said he is no millionaire, he's invested all his money into his own team.
And apparently their motto for their team this year is they're all about the image rather than the results, which seems to have worked for Riffle. I mean, he's killing it. What did he qualify in?
So's freak. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think results are probably a good way to go. Unless you're Kate Moss. So Riffle on track. 2 times American USA national champion.
So close.
0.1 back at the split, so this isn't undoable for Riffle. He could go faster, so he needs an awesome bottom section. Rach, look how many people here.
I'd like to count them, but I don't think I'd have time.
Not on this compression race, so they're just a big blur in the crowd there.
This is actually mountain biking at its, well, downhill at its finest.
It is, you're right. We're home, France, Bresse. 5 years since we came here. Seems incredible to me.
5 years?
5 years since we've been in France for a World Cup.
Is it?
Yeah, and Riffle's going for it. I don't think he's going to do it, but he's going to run tight. The tattooed millionaire goes into 13th. Unlucky for some. 2:14.28. 2 seconds back for Duncan Riffle. Woo!
It's pretty deceiving that finish. You think, on the last turn, it takes him ages to get to the actual
Here's
finish line.
Stevie Smith from Canada, the Canadian Chainsaw Massacre.
Rocking the Evil.
Riding for MSE. Is it MS Evil Bikes or just Evil Bikes? Steve Smith, last year we saw him, he took Sam Hill apart at the US Open.
Didn't he just?
And then he smashed his leg up, a broken leg basically, somewhere near his knee, ruled him out for much of last season. But Steve Smith is on track and he loves this technical stuff, huh? Good track
definitely.
for him.
And I mean, that Evil bike, it's come out of nowhere really. It's pretty good design and it seems to be working well for the riders.
It's bad, it's evil. It's going to be good, in a bad way.
Bit of a kooky name, but...
Yeah, isn't it? A little bit.
Well, I don't know.
So, at the moment, Leov in first, Carl Strait second, Mitchell Dowse from Australia third, Camilleri the Frenchman fourth, Aaron Gwynn from the USA in fifth, and Nick Beer rounding out the top half dozen, the Swiss rider in sixth. So, Steve Smith, they're looking to make his comeback this year. Missed most of last season, like I said.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
He's 0.3 hundredths back. This is doable for Steve Smith.
See how he hangs on down this last bit.
So the top 10 qualifiers. Steve Smith was 13th. 12th, next we're going to see Mark Beaumont from the UK. Gionegno. What? Gionegno. How'd you say that?
Oh, yeah, he's a,
from France, I don't even know it.
Wild card, dude.
He's pretty
he killed it yesterday in qualifying. I was like, who was that?
Surprising. Here's Smith.
Wow.
Oh, Smith! Getting those compressions a little bit
Oh,
wrong.
it's going to be close. It is actually.
He's pushing on to the finish.
Oh, no.
He's outside it. It's
Oh.
0.92. Lost a lot of time in the bottom section. And he knows it. He knows it. So Leov still fastest with a 2:12.28. Kyle Strait in second, 2:12.33. Dowse third. We're into the top dozen here. Here is Mark Beaumont. Well done, Rhodes. I like it when you do that shit. Mark Beaumont from the UK on a new team this year. Riding for GT Bicycles. Won a World Cup in 07 in Spain at Vigo. And a little bit of a return of form for this Mark. He didn't have the best year last year, did he, Rach?
Well, I don't know. He's been training pretty hard, I think. And
he's super fit.
I think this bike suits him as well, so.
Yeah, 08 wasn't the greatest year for him. I mean, he did okay, but excuse me, he was 13th in last year's World Cup. Won Vigo in 07, and he was 2 times national champion, Mark Beaumont, so he can turn it on when it matters. Oh, and he's gone wide there, but it didn't look like it cost him too much time.
Got through where Kavarik crashed, at least.
Yeah, he was a little bit lower than he'd have liked on that camber.
Well, I was speaking to Mark yesterday, and he was saying how exciting and how excited he is being on a new team. Like everything's changed and new, and it's just like restarting the racing again. And I think that's what some people need, just like fresh start, clean start.
New team, new motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Tracy Mosley's a grand example of that, really.
Perfect example there.
So Beaumont dropping in these, he's only just a few hundreds back. This is doable for Mark Beaumont. We know he's fit. He shouldn't be in too much trouble here physically on the bottom. Oh, he lost a little bit of time there, right?
Braking there, wasn't it?
He braked through that turn. He should have had that done before he got into it. Ran a little bit wide, came in a little hot. I think no, Beaumont's looking good. It's going to be close.
Just out.
He's going to be just out.
Oh,
yeah, that cost
not
him.
Bad, though.
That cost him.
Place.
It's weird. Everyone at the midpoint of the split is is bang on the money. 7th then for Mark Beaumont, but they seem to be losing it in this last section. There's Leov, cool, calm and collected, riding for Mike Whiteley's new team, Trek World Racing. He'll be happy with him sat there. Who's this we got on the gate now?
Dropping into the skate park.
It's Gio Danengo.
Now this dude did well in South Africa. I'm not sure what he finished, but he was top 20 for sure.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Like.
He's a pretty serious dude,
What country is he from?
Don't
France.
know.
Oh, he's
French.
French. Oh, this is going to be good. There's going to be some noise when he comes down now.
Well, he's going to be super motivated. He's pretty keen on his sport. This guy actually went as far as having arm pump surgery.
No way!
Yeah.
No way!
He did.
He's had
the surgery. There's no holding him back.
Oh, no way. What a legend.
Riding for giant bicycles. Oh, and he's gone for the low line. You watch how quick. If he can get
foot out. Flat out. Oh, good video that.
I think that's fast line. If he didn't lose a lot of time there.
Good, yeah. Sometimes that's
Did you see how much speed he carried in?
Yeah. Balls to the wall.
Yeah, it looked good to me. Let's see what his split is.
This crowd's amazing as well. Oh, he's up.
He's half a second up. That line has worked for him.
And this crowd, they know his name, they know where he's from, everything.
Look at the people here, right?
They're so into it. It's rad. Apart from that woman out there, we can see half-heartedly banging the banners.
That's pathetic, love.
Come on, sweetheart, come on.
She is 90
Give
years old. Bless her. If she pats it any harder than that, she'll have a heart attack.
She probably kills this track on a daily basis.
Here he comes then. The giant rider in France, his local crowd again behind him. Double through those sections there. Oh, he's going to do it. Is he going to do it? It's going to be tight. Oh, so close. 1.2 back. 7th spot. So the top 10 right now. Leov in first, Strait is second, Dow third, Cavallini fourth, Gwyn fifth, Steve Smith from Canada in sixth, Jordan in 7th, Mark Beaumont 8th, Nick Beer 9th, and Leikkonen in 10th. We're going to 3-minute gaps now between the riders, so we should see all these guys' entire run. Unless, of course, there's any lightning strikes in about a 100-mile radius.
Yeah, so this track is like pretty much 2 minutes long, so there'll be at least a minute gap up on the course.
We've got 3-minute gaps between the riders, so in theory, we should see everyone now.
The crowd are going to be wild every time.
And we'll have a minute of filler, which I can't wait.
So this is Neithlin we're seeing now.
Here's Andrew Neithlin riding for Trek Racing. He's running that lead neck brace.
A lot of people are now. Sensible way, I think.
Not a bad thing to do. That would look slippery up the top there, Rage.
You can see, look at those Fox just working so perfectly. Really are.
Fastest on course there, Neithlin, with a 61 kilometres an hour through the speed trap. He's got some power.
And that is faster than Steve's qualifying top speed.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 59 Steve was on.
He's on far well done, Rage.
I dread to think
I find it hard to believe.
I find
it hard to believe anyone can outpower the big guns of Pete's legs.
Don't diss the stag.
Neithlin's up at the split. 1 second up at the split, Neithlin. What'd you say? What'd you say, fool?
Pity the fool.
Neither then on the midsection.
You told me.
He's
It looks so good, this track. Oh.
he was 11th in the 08 World Cup. 07 South African national champion. Carving it there on the top.
Line.
Into that top line. It's going to give him a nice run into
That
this
was
left-hander. And he's about
Killing
to drop into this steep. Nice and high there. Didn't square that turn off too much. No stalls for Needland. And the split's coming up. What's he got?
Oh,
my
he's
God!
smashed
He's extended
Only
it.
2 seconds.
1.57 up. Can he hold it together on the bottom half of this course? On this steep section.
I'd say he could.
Whew.
If I'm
God
really gonna be
damn,
honest.
Torkins hard work.
Well,
Needles back into view. This is where Mark Beaumont ran a little wide. Looks cautious to me, Needling, but he's accurate. He's online. The crowd are getting behind him. I think we're going to see a new fastest time. Case that a little bit.
he likes.
Oh, he's done it.
Yeah, he's definitely
He
done it.
blew
see?
some speed there, but he's still going to do
Easily.
it. And he takes the
yeah.
fastest time.
Woo.
0.3 up.
Tell you what, he lost a fair bit of time
He
in
blew
that
it.
top section.
You know
didn't he?
what? On them high-speed sections, mistakes like that are big time, Rach.
Can I just take this chance to say, you see so much more than anyone else because you see things like mistakes and things that happen that no one else sees.
Oh,
I
thanks,
really think
mate.
it's amazing. It's really quite impressive.
Was it?
Yeah.
I saw him case that.
Like in Bromont, dude, like on my race run, I unclipped and I knew I did and I couldn't even see it. And you were like, oh, she's unclipped. And I was like, how did you know that?
When you hate pedalling as much as I do, you do notice every single speed loss, you know?
I suppose you are the master of making a...
I did like to
Best
carry
out
some
of the
speed
track.
there. I knew that every time I made a mistake, it would meant cranking another turn. So I was, I guess I'm half sharp. Thanks, Rach. Yeah, Pascal then in the gate.
Pascal's been racing since 90, what did you say, 6?
Yeah, no,
96.
he has been doing the World Cup since 1996. The man has won 2 World Cup rounds, Lausanne and Durango in 01. In 03, he was second of the World Championships.
Speed tuck on there.
What's he done?
Look at
57
him
is a
tuck
little
it.
bit back. This guy, dude,
Interesting
runs flat
choice.
pedals. He don't like to pedal. He was insane. Some of the crazy shit this guy did back in the day was wild.
Was it?
Yeah, he's a
God damn
pinner.
it.
He is a pinner.
Well, I remember those little plimsoll things he used to wear.
And he is the last Frenchman on track of the day. The hopes of a nation are on his shoulders.
I think
the
they're gonna be
crowd
going
are gonna go crazy
I reckon.
for Michael Pascal.
Is it Michael or Michael or?
It's probably Mikhail, but I'm English, so I just give it large
Come
and
on,
call
Mike!
him Mike.
Come on, Mikey P!
Second name Aspel. So he's, 03 was his year, second of the Worlds, second of the European Championships, second of the Maxis Cup. He was ranked number 1 in the world that year, and he was 19th in last year's World Cup. So a legend, you are watching, ladies and gentlemen, a legend on track. Pascal will love this technical lower section, running the flat pedals.
Yeah,
back in the
he's of
day.
the old school nation, I reckon.
Yeah, back in the day, man, it was pretty much me, him, and Baz the Beaver
Was it?
on the flats. Yeah, it really was, yeah. And he's 1.5 seconds
And
back.
he's still up there, dude, so what's
Yeah.
stopping you?
I'm 40 next year, right?
Are you?
Yeah, can you believe that?
No.
Gutted, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking
Why?
at a knee replacement in the next couple of years. I'm that old.
You're
I'm old, dude.
a tiny unit, I'd say.
So Pascal then, he'll love this technical bottom section. The flat pedal pinner. Doubling that, looking at pump for speed.
As predicted,
Double,
crowd
he's
is pretty
super smooth.
wild.
Oh, Pascal! Is he gonna do it? He's gonna be outside, but it's gonna be close.
Oh, no, he's done it, yeah.
He's done it!
Up by 2.28.
Oh, the French
0.28.
crowd goes wild.
Yeah, he
Michael
did.
Pascal has done it on home soil.
And by the looks, he's national champion as well.
Yeah, riding for MSC Bicycles. His English, he couldn't speak a word. I spoke to him yesterday. He's fluent now.
Is he?
Yeah, always the
That's
quiet man,
impressive.
and down a little bit overlooked at the peak of
Yeah,
his career
yeah,
because of
I know.
Vuyo and guys like that.
But silent.
But Pascal, man, he has
But
delivered.
violent,
I knew
that's
he'd
it.
go well on that technical bottom section. Wow, that was
That
brilliant.
was cool, wasn't it?
Fair play to Michael Pascal. Lifted by the French crowd, I'm sure.
Donny will be stoked.
Who?
Donny. Pascal's favourite.
Does he love him?
Well, no, he loves him, but...
What, not enough?
Well,
Not enough. So Bernard Gardia, Pascal on track.
Now, he's a bit of a silent but violent type as well.
Yep, riding for Massey, 26 years old. Do you know what? This guy has been twice a junior world champion.
No way.
According to my notes, which could be entirely inaccurate.
Entirely wrong.
But I don't think they are.
Might not be.
No, he's eighth fastest qualifier. We got 7 to go after this man. Minard's next, World Cup leader.
Woohoo!
Brendan Fairclough, 6th
Minard.
fastest. 5th, Samuel Blenkinsop. 4th, Sam Hill. 3, Mick Hanna. 2nd, brother of Rachel, who's in the commentary booth with me today. You watch this live and exclusive on Freecaster. G. Atherton, and 1st, the big man, the legend that is Steve Peat. We are getting to the sausage of this hot dog here in La Bresse. It's hotting up. It's going to be an epic final. The rain has stopped. Pascal Gardia, Pascal is on track. Let's see what his split is, Rach.
Nose diver there.
Probably a little tired in the legs.
Yeah, I bet they are.
That inside line really worked for that fella earlier, didn't it?
Yeah, who was that?
Can't
Slayed
remember.
Look at that.
But it did look fast, didn't it?
View, that
He
is.
carried a lot more speed in and didn't make too much hard work of that turn.
That was a bit slow there by old Bernat.
So Pascal is fastest at the moment.
Oh,
Pascal.
down, but not by much.
Pascal
Not
fastest.
at all.
Andrew Neely from South Africa 2nd. Pascal's time then a 2:11.70, which is still outside Steve Peat's time from yesterday, whether the rain slowed the track down a little bit. Neil in 2nd, Leon 3rd, Kyle Strait in 4th, showing he's not just a free rider. Doubs 5th from Australia, Cameron 86, Gwyn 7th, Smith 8th, Gilles Denegno in 9th, and Mark Beaumont in 10th.
Bernat Gardia, they're doing it for the Spanish.
Will, do you want to commentate for 2 secs? Because I have so
You don't see
revved up,
many
I've got to go and have a wee.
Spaniards up there, really, but bloody hell, he's killing it. Not bad, not bad. 2 seconds down.
Right, here we go. Covering again for Mr. Warner.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Hello, Rach.
Really hotting up now.
Right. So, Greg, what do you reckon? Who's your money on? About 10 people have asked in the last 30 seconds who we think's going to win. Who would you put your money on?
Well, it's a tricky one, but I am going to say it's going to be battle of all battles between Steve and Sam.
Yeah, you
Really
reckon?
is.
Right,
I think.
Quicker than I was in.
So Minard,
Oh, here we
World
go.
Cup leader.
You can see the leader's jersey poking out the start hut.
Here he is.
Right about there.
What do you think about this track from Minard? You know, I read an article on him this week.
Well-
said on the power tracks he's your man.
I
on
would
the
agree.
other, on most technical tracks he's there. But when you get super technical like,
I
say,
might
Sadming,
get slayed for this, but I don't think he's the most technically advanced rider. I mean, he's not, let's be honest.
no, it's true.
But he's still, like, don't get me wrong.
He is incredibly smooth.
Incredibly, like,
And he's incredibly
rider,
powerful, and he has an all-round game. But yeah, when
Yeah.
it becomes incredibly there's a few guys there that can't pedal that might just hang out in front of him. Greg Minard, so smooth he looks. He makes the Fonz look
57.
like a ruffian.
57k. Now, let's have a little look at this. 57 at the top for Minard. That's not as fast as Neeflin was 61.
So we're on
Leon
track
59.
with Minard,
Minard.
7th fastest qualifier. Did a 2:14 and qualified. That would only place him just inside the top 20 right now. And is the track faster or is it slow? We've had a little bit of rain here this afternoon.
But I think it's still faster.
Greg Minard, faster and smoother than the Bonneville Salt Flats. On track, World Cup leader.
He's got the experience behind him, though, is Greg.
Greggy, you know
How old
what?
was he when he won World Champs? Like 19?
He's been around forever. Do you remember him on Animal back in the day,
Yes.
right?
He was my hero.
God damn, I used to
Him
get
and
out beating
Adele.
then. He must have been slow.
That was good line. Good line, Greg. I'd agree with that.
3 times a World Cup champion. He's won it in 01, 05 and 08. He's never actually retained a World Cup title, though. Something he's going to try and put right this year.
Up by
And he's
0.4.
up! 0.4 up for Minard! Oh, the man is on fire!
Well, I don't know.
Pretty good, that. 0.4 up, you don't think he's on fire?
Yeah, but
he just took the
0.4
lead.
0.4 up on Pascal.
Pascal's a legend. I'm trying to...
Yeah, I know that. I know.
Trying to
he's a
pick it up,
legend.
right?
Let's just calm down a bit. race, shall we?
I can't do. There's only 6 left after Minard.
Okay, he's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him go.
Thank you, Rachel.
Look at him.
And you know what?
Through the
man
bottom
is on fire
section.
because look at the
Oh,
time.
he's killing it. I reckon he's going to
He's
take
going to
it.
go fastest,
yeah,
I
because
think.
you can pedal.
It's going to be tight.
Yes.
Oh.
And he takes it. Briggs
Point.
takes it.
Point 3-4 up for Minard.
Now, I don't think he's going to be that stoked with it.
I don't think he's going to win it.
No,
I don't think Minard's going to win it today.
No. And it'd be interesting to see just how far ahead he is in points after this race, if at all.
Pascal moves over for him. Minard from the Santa Cruz Syndicate goes into the hot seat.
I wonder if we're going to see a change of leader jersey this race, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, we could do, couldn't we? All the big guns are still to come. There are 6 left to come here in La Bresse, France. Round 2 of the Nissan UCI Man by World Cup, brought to you by Freecaster. Next man up, Brendan Fairclough, riding for Monster.
Dogger.
Specialised. New bike, new team, new motivation. Fairclough.
Yeah, Brendan.
Has he been training hard this winter?
I wouldn't know.
Everyone says he's unfit.
Oh, bit bubber over there.
He's got, yeah, a bit of a
He
front.
might not be the fittest, strongest rider, but
He's got some
not
skills.
afraid to let it hang out, is he?
He's
At all.
got the skills to
He
pay the
proved
bills
that,
as
proved
Brendan
that in
Fairclough.
Slamming.
He's pedalling more than I think I've ever seen him pedal. I like him, man. He's a little bit, I actually think he's a bit like myself, you know.
I'd
He
agree
picks,
there.
he picks and chooses which tracks he's going to have a go on. And this is one of them for sure. His heart rate's up to
Pedaling
about
strong there.
350 there with those 4 pedal strokes.
Mind you, his teammates with Sam Hill, who's, well, let's face it, one of the best mountain bikers of all time.
Let's be honest, on his day,
Yeah.
you'd have to say he's the fastest there is.
Yeah.
And I think, you
Hands
know,
down, dude.
you can't argue with that. So, Minard, let's have a look at the time. Disappeared into the trees. Sorry, Minard, what am I talking about?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Sorry,
what he's
dude.
talking about.
Hang on a minute, right. Woo, let's regroup here.
Brendan Fairclough on course, ladies and gentlemen.
I had a little lapse of concentration. That's why we don't commentate on
Let's see
80
what line he
dude.
takes down there. Bit
Oh,
of a
he's got
squeeze
low.
there.
He's got middle.
middle.
Where's he going?
Completely new line.
Someone give him an A to Z. I think he got a little lost there. Totally different track
Mind
to
you,
what-
some speed he carried through there. Looking good. Let's see the split now.
He's
He's
up.
up by 1.38.
Fairclough.
Yeah, Brendan.
Fairclough is up.
Oh, this is what he's been waiting for, I'd say.
1.38. Will he finally deliver here in La Bresse?
And if there's one section that he's killing it on, it's this bottom bit.
Yeah, well, you'd think the technical rider from Guildford in Surrey, just outside London. Fairclough needs a result.
Flat pedals.
We know he's got the skills.
No body armour.
Nearly won Sladming last year.
Doesn't care.
Double.
Here he comes.
He's done it.
He
Fairclough.
has. Finals out the hot seat.
He has torn them
Yeah,
apart.
Brendan. Woo!
Oh,
yeah.
Fairclough with a
Not biased at all.
1.37 up. That specialised bicycle has made it work for him this afternoon.
It's doing the job, isn't it?
It's awesome. The rain has stopped here. The track is speeding up again. And Fairclough has
Brendan.
put it to him this afternoon. What an awesome run there. So Fairclough takes the lead with a 2:09.99.
And that's interesting. Top speed 54, which is like 5, 6, 7,
Yep.
3 down.
We know the dude can't pedal, and he's proved it with that fastest speed there. Some 7 kilometres slower than Neithlin. But he made it up where it counts in the technical.
Sam Hill's going to have some speed down
Even
here.
composed enough for a bunny hop in the finish line.
No,
Don't see them
that.
these days, do you, right? It's like
beat a
Junior
good bunny
Kickstart. So,
Blenkinsop.
Top 5.
Oh,
Sam
Blenkinsop starting off the top
Blenkinsop.
5.
5 to go here. It is time to pull the trigger here in La Bresse. Blenkinsop, winner of the last round in Sladming. He loves these super steep technical tracks. Still running the same pedals he used on that victorious day 6 months ago. Yeah, he won't swap.
No way. What?
They got newer, flatter,
Perfect fit.
thinner pedals for him, but he's sticking with the ones he won on. So there's Brendan.
There's Brendan
In the
out,
hot
a bit out
seat.
of breath.
He's going to be sure of a top 6 this afternoon. So the top 5 at the moment.
Not very happy.
Fairclough fast, Minard second, Pascal third, Neither in fourth, and Leov in fifth.
This is much more exciting than I thought it would be.
It's good, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
They call it work. I quite enjoy it.
Good. Maybe it'll be a permanent, no, maybe not.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be out most of the season. You're more than welcome to join us. Blenkinsop on course.
No gloves.
You're hearing
Right.
the voices of Rob Warner and Rachel Athen. She's out with an injury, so she's doing a bit of commentary for a bit of cash on the side. How much are they paying you, Rach?
I'm doing it for the love.
Good on ya.
Love this, love this.
So Blenky, second of the Junior Worlds in 06, ninth in the Worlds for Bill 07, and he absolutely destroyed the field last year.
He's down by 2 seconds.
Oh, he's down. He won't be happy with that.
But Brendan will be happy with that.
Brendan put some time together there. Do you know what? We knew the boy could do it. We've
I'm
been
pretty
waiting
happy
for
for
him.
To be fair.
Yeah, he's cool, man. We wish him well there. I like him. I think he's unfit. I don't think he pedals. He's got all the makings.
He's kind of old school, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got all the makings of a true downhill.
Exactly. None of this 20-mile time trial stuff.
Probably not. Doesn't ride headlong in. The truck's coming the other way.
Blinky's not looking as loose as he might.
As ever. No gloves, no love from Blenkinsop.
Mind you, not far off.
He made a bit of time up, 2.16 back. Blenkinsop goes fifth from New Zealand.
Just smoked Lee off, his teammate from last year.
Okay, everybody, sit back. It's Sam Hill next.
Oh, money's on the table. Money's down.
Sam Hill.
Well, I've written a check, but...
I don't know if that was loud enough for anyone. We tried to do a shotgun here. So, Sam, that was shit, wasn't it? Sorry. Will, you're out of a job.
Oh, look at that girl's face. No way.
Blanky
She's got
running.
roost in the
You
face.
see Blanky running the front round the top of that berm. They just missed the rut slightly.
Oh, and it started to drizzle again, Rob. Look at it.
Oh, the
It
rain
started
is
to
coming
drizzle.
down again. Here's a
Sam
man.
is in the gate and it started to rain.
Here's a man who knows how to ride in the rain.
Pedal down that start gate. Pedal down it.
07 was his
See
year.
what his speed is.
World champion. World Cup champion 08 by Sam Hill's standards, a disaster. Washed out on the last turn of the World Championship
Look how
when he was.
cool he looks. Not
when-
even bothered.
No.
59.
And he was certain to have a win there, Rachel. And also second in last year's World Cup. I spoke to him in South Africa, and this man said after 07 there was nothing left, but this year he is motivated. He is hungrier than a veggie for a bacon sandwich. This man is angry. He needs to put himself back on top.
I think for a good insight into Sam's pain is the only way I can describe it last year. Clayport was the tipping point. And I mean, I watched it and I felt for the dude, seriously. Like,
on his day, no doubt, this man is the fastest
you
man
don't
on
realise
two wheels.
how much emotion goes into these top boys' races.
No, it's true,
And
you
when,
know.
You know, when they get beaten, it's hard to deal with.
Well, it's life or death for him.
So that, yeah,
it's
they're all
not about
gonna
the money. It's not about a contract for the
No,
year
not
after.
at all.
It's about winning. It's about pride. And Sam Howell has that in buckets. And he goes for that middle line, same as Brendan. So they've been working together. They've sussed it out that it's quicker. It worked for Brendan. Will it work for Sam Hill? He's coming up to the split. We're going to see right now.
Sneaking the pedals in there. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Split!
Oh,
1.16! Yes!
That is huge on a track like this.
But is it though? Is it? I would say it would have been more, but it
No, 1.1 on a 2-minute track. That's pretty good, Rach. Don't you think?
It's Sam Hill, dude.
It's Sam Hill, but there's a bit of pedaling at the top.
Mind
Watch
you.
him open it up in the bottom here. That's pretty big, Rach. 1.1 and up.
I suppose it's a 2-minute track, so...
Yeah, it's a tight little track. You know, we're not talking 5-6 minutes. It's 2 minutes. He's 1 second up. Look at the qualifying times.
And he's into the last section now.
It's super tight. It's super
Come on,
tight.
Sam Hill!
Oh, he's took him apart. Hill has took him apart. He's destroyed that 1.5 up.
1.5.
He bumps his teammate Brendan Fairclough in a second. Has Hill done enough? That was incredible for me. Opened up a little bit on the steep bottom section. Oh my God, we have got a race, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a race. There are 3 to go here. You have got Hannah Atherton and fastest qualifier Steve Pete to come here in the Bresse, France. This is the race we wanted. There's a huge crowd.
And it's raining.
It's raining.
It is
raining
raining.
hard. It's raining hard again. So Hill goes in the lead with a 2:08.41. Second, Brendan Fairclough with a 2:09.99. 1.6 back. That's a big gap. Third, Minard. Fourth, Michael Pascal, the French legend. And fifth,
so on screen we've got Mick Hanna, fresh from a year out.
I'm going to have to train just to commentate. I'm out of breath.
I know, dude.
Jesus Christ.
You're out of breath and I stink.
Rach needs some deodorant. Donations, please, to Freecaster. So Mick Hanna on track. Here he is, the man. 60.6. What is he?
No, nearly fastest.
So second fastest.
But I tell you what, look at him pedal. This boy can pedal.
He told me this ain't the greatest track for him.
And Mick's that section there, Mick, is hucking to flat, dude. Hucking off those rocks.
Carrying
to flat.
speed.
No one else is doing that.
I spoke to Hanna just today, and he said, you know, I'm surprised to get third in qualifying. Didn't think it was the best track for me. Not enough power. He certainly laid some down. This man took a year off and played cricket.
And had a baby.
And had a baby. Came back in South Africa for second. It is the greatest comeback since Lazarus.
And until next year, when I'm going to kill it.
Rachel talking it up. You might even see you in action in Australia, might we, Rachel, with a bit of luck.
You might do, yeah.
Unlikely though, isn't it, darling, eh?
Well, I don't know.
Let's hope. Mick Hanna on track then. Second at round one. Took a year out. He was burnt out of the sport and he is back.
These Aussies and Southern Hemisphere dudes, they come back fast from racing in winter.
Yeah, they do. That's right. They get
split. Oh, no way!
It's up! Hanna has done the impossible.
By a tiny little bit.
He is taking Sam Hill apart a technical track. I think Hannah's even surprising himself here this afternoon. Can sick Mick do it? Here he comes back into view. It's raining, look, you can see the rain on track. It's starting to pour down here.
Oh, it's going to be slippy
It's
up
slick,
there
but
now.
it's not bothering sick Mick.
Some speed on it there.
hauling.
Absolutely.
Hanna, he's done it, I'm sure.
Yeah, because Sam was there like at 7, dude.
It's going to be tight, mate. It's going to be tight. No, he's outside. .59 back from Mick Hanna.
Still, that's amazing.
Woo, riding for GT bicycles.
Still,
Hanna made some time on the top, lost a little bit on the bottom. Hill lost a bit on the top, made a bit on the bottom. Hill, the technical rider. 2 riders left.
So Brendan Fairclough guaranteed a podium at World Cup.
Strap Rachel down. Her brother is coming up. Second fastest qualifier. Your 2008 world champion, Giathard, is in the gate. Woo! This is exciting stuff. This is a proper downer with proper coverage. Thanks to the UCI, I gotta say, thanks to the UCI, thanks to Smerrick for getting these cameras.
And
we are watching it.
Dude, I met
it's
him
amazing.
Yesterday. Nice dude, like.
We're watching it top to bottom. The Vulcan Bomber.
Where'd you get that from?
Pointed ears, isn't he? He looks a bit like Spock. Giathard leaves the gate. He will be trying to carpet bomb a run down this mountain this afternoon. He's going to tear this place apart. You've got to say, Rach, he's your brother.
Well,
Is this the track for Giathard, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Don't you think?
I'm looking at the riders and the racers and not the bloodline, so...
Yeah, but look at the track. It's a little bit like North Wales. The boy can pedal.
A bit
He's got more technical ability than anyone I know.
Well, he can, but his top is a bit baggier than other people's.
Probably the best all-round man-by rider on the planet.
You see their little slow motion. Sam pedalled down that like drop-in start thing.
It's G though. He's all chilled out. You never know with G, do you?
Sam isn't. No, I don't know. I didn't like to say. But those Fox Forks new gold stanchions, really taking it up.
You can't say about G.A. Rachel. Every time I see him, you don't know what's going on in his mind, do you? He's just, I don't know, he's in a Vulcan mindset. He put me to sleep the other day with just a little pinch in the back of my neck.
Some boy. I know it is. Oh, I might leave.
She's nervous. So Athen, he was, your world champion.
It looks a little bit greasy up there.
The weight of the rainbow stripes are
completely
bearing
different
down
line
on
to
him.
Sam and Brendan down there.
Yeah.
Foot out, G, come on!
That line, G,
I don't care.
that line they took seemed to work though, didn't it, for both the Specialised Monster Energy boys?
He's down. He is down.
He's 1.87 back then. He's not going to make that up on the bottom section, I don't think.
I don't know if he will, Rob. You're quite right.
It's an impossible task for G. He'll probably be a little bit disappointed with that.
Yeah.
For sure. Say what you think, Rach. Tell us how it is. There's one guy left.
I wonder if they can.
So G.
Might need a new family member.
Any fast downhillers out there who fancy a go at Animal Common South Atherton, give us a shout. So G coming in then. Been training hard in America, a winner. He's in shape. He's not going to set the fastest time, but he's not going to disgrace himself. In there into 4th place then, 2.74 back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is one man on track. The rain is coming down, but it will not bother Sheffield still. Steve P. 35 years old and still at the very top of his game.
Is he 35?
35. 2 kids, Adele popped just a few weeks ago.
Shit.
Congratulations in the back of the Volvo.
Little
Congratulations, Adele, on your 2nd son. We're going to see a PE legacy, I'm sure, from now on.
Imagine it.
Here we go then, Sam Hill in the
Look
hot
at
seat.
that,
So
look at
just
their
to clarify,
smiles.
Hill
Look at it.
fastest, 2:8:41.
No.
Second Hannah, 2:09. And Steve
Here
P.
comes Steve P, everybody.
Steve P is on track. More natural talent than Susan Boyle. The big man from Sheffield. You watch how fast he is through.
Oh, no way.
P.
He's on the
is
edge.
trying.
Absolutely.
P is trying.
You can see how much he wants
58.9
it.
through the speed trap. Get those big Sheffield legs turning, PD.
Look at him, he's a powerhouse.
He's going to be trying to equal Vuillos's record of 16 wins here. The Sheffield Street Fighter.
There's Samuel looking a little bit worried, if I might say
And
so.
so he might, man. He should look
So
nervous.
he should. But Brendan, guaranteed. Podium, dude.
Let's see Steve. Steve P,
There he
a
comes.
legend in his own lifetime. This man has done more for world downhill than Osama bin Laden has done for terrorism.
You can't.
He's a
And that's a
legend.
lot.
PT is a legend. People say
Oh,
you can...
he's getting wild.
He's loose,
Absolutely
man.
wild.
P is trying. Is it costing him time? I don't know. He looks loose to me.
First split coming up.
Getting a crank in there. P's just so clever.
That is fast.
People
hands
say he's
down.
powerful, but let's not forget how technically
Technically
gifted
good.
this man is.
And look at
He
that,
can
was
do it
visibly
all.
faster.
Oh, Petey getting loose through the rocks.
Oh, he's
Front.
Whoa, yes!
Oh
Woo!
my God, I'm going to have a heart attack. I am going to have a heart attack.
And that is the truth.
Can he match the record set by
Yes,
Vuillos?
Steve!
He's going to put himself amongst the greats. He already has. But he is going to be there with Vuillo.
This isn't even fictitious,
The
ladies and
rain.
gentlemen.
It's a
He's
dream.
won, he's loose, and it's raining. It's absolutely horsing it down.
It's pouring and Steve P is digging deep.
He's dropping in.
Can he do it? He was tight there. He runs it tight.
My heart's going
God,
half a
he's done
leather.
it. Steve P, I've lost my voice. Steve has done it.
7 years! He's done it! Woo!
Fucking
Yes,
hell.
Steve!
Oh my God.
No
Oh
way.
my God.
Look how
Oh
happy
my
he is.
God. Oh my God. I can't handle it.
Go, Steve!
I can't handle it. Oh my God, he's
Look how
done it.
happy he is,
He
Steve.
absolutely
No
destroyed
way.
them.
Yes, Steve!
He has absolutely
Absolutely
he has
killed
destroyed
it.
them. 1.5 seconds nearly. How does he do it? Oh my God, I've lost my voice.
I'm not sure.
That is
You
just,
held up.
you have just seen history in the making. He has
Didn't even
done it.
hesitate, dude. Killed it.
Right.
Go.
Oh God, go. You want to hold forward to
I'd
wrap
love
it
to.
up?
Talk it out, Rach. You're on your own.
I don't know if I can. There's not much you can follow it up with
I am
that.
going to see Stevie P, dude.
Look at the
Oh,
fans
there's
running in,
we've
dude.
got a track invasion.
The fans are
16 World Cup wins, the
They're in the
greatest.
barriers.
Petey is the greatest of all time there on the World
16
Cup.
he's on.
Holy shit! And I don't apologise for swearing. Right, do you want us to wrap this up? It's just going insane.
Steve.
Morales on the window.
Everyone's got the biggest smiles on their
Well,
faces.
you can't say enough.
That
We
is
are going to
insane.
catch up with Steve P. Right, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for letting me, dude.
You have seen
History in the making.
It was unbelievable. He did the impossible on a really technical track. Steve P's delivered. Thanks for joining us. I gotta go and see my old mate.
Let's get out of here.
We're out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next
Steve,
week from
you're a
Groundhog
legend.
and Andorra. You've been watching Freecaster TV.
I can't-
Later.
got tyres to use for so long. And it started raining again, like a couple of minutes before my time. So I put cut spikes on. Sorry. So sorry.
Okay, for Eurosport. Give me for Eurosport interview, please.
I was so dubious about the weather and which tyres to run. What to do.
Steve, go on, catch your teeth.
I passed out! Fuck it. Awesome, man. That's amazing. You're a legend, dude. I had to shoot in the rain. Oh, goddamn in the rain, dude.
Someone to La Bresse in this crowd here.
Bonjour.
Only way you're going to get through.
Bonjour, Francais. It feels so good to win in France. I've got a lot of good fans here. And it was so loud coming down the track. They were cheering so loud for me. It was unreal. Just made me go faster. Thanks, France.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Steve, we can grab you.
Le président de la société Omnisport, la Bresse, offert par la candidature Denis Demange. Et également le président de la Bresse événement. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, les voilà! À la seconde place de l'Australie, Sam Hill. Et cette race française du 16 race, la place Sam Hill. Double champion du monde. Et encore plus fort pour Sam Hill. Voilà, toujours la coupe par la vedette sous Tournel, conseil régional. Voilà, bravo. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Hill. Et pour la première place, et first place, attention pour l'Angleterre, je veux appeler Steve Pitt. La conseil régional de la Bresse sous modèle, la coupe, toujours également le bouquet par la mairie de la Bresse. Oh